What in the go forth and make disciples is this? It just says, confused.
Hey, Alyson Stoner here, author of Semi-Well-Adjusted Despite Literally Everything. When I was writing my memoir, I found a box of journals detailing my vulnerable past experiences. These are diaries from my younger self.
So this particular diary entry is about when I was about to tour with the Camp Rock cast, and Jonas's, Demi, and Camp Rock Ensemble, and Twitter was just coming out, and the Jonas's dad is trying to get us all to make accounts, and I'm like super confused as to what social media is, and I have a lot of skepticism. So here you go. Papa Jonas is having us create profiles on something called Twitter, where you can write messages to the world, ? We're supposed to use it to promote the tour, obviously. They're saying it draws stronger connections from fans. I wonder if I can slip in inspirational quotes and contemplative questions so there's at least some depth. That's very classic, younger Alyson. And still, no, relevant. Maybe a chance to share my actual voice a bit and not just portraying characters from other people's writing. Okay, seeing some opportunity. Also, Joe said that there are things called followers where people follow other people, and we're trying to build our number of followers. What in the go forth and make disciples is this? It just says, confused. Why are we focused on gaining followers before we're sure we're qualified to lead? Preach! It's going to lead to people focusing on all the wrong things. And people are going to have millions of followers without anything of substance to say. And I struggle with this idea of turning people into fans. It's building an illusion of separation, and it puts me in the center and takes away some of the person's identity and what they offer when it could be mutual. This is something I wrestled with a lot. You would work with music labels or projects, and internally, the team would say, we need you to exhibit the presence of a superstar. That's how you, if I were to be blunt with it, create products that will cause people to desire what you have, and then they will open their pockets and spend money on you. Now, I don't think that every artist is actually thinking in that way. I think probably the business folks around them are often recognizing that part of it. But for me, I was like, this is all fabricated. And so I struggled a lot with that. And I also just never wanted, someone to come up to me and be like, I just didn't want to be on a pedestal. I was like, I wanted to be able to be on, the same plane where I can say, hey, I do this for a living. What do you do? And it could be a back and forth, right? So that remains true. I wasn't made for this, but I guess this is ... how we try to play the game ... with wisdom and integrity ? It just ends with blah. That is the end of this. I remember I was really excited to go on tour. So there are a lot of different emotions happening at the same time. And the Jonases were masterful in their ability to build connections with, people who loved their music. And, their dad is a businessman. And he's also a lovely human. I had nothing but praise for their family. And we all exist within this system that operates on certain guiding principles. And I just almost always felt like I am not cut out for this. Like, this doesn't feel right. But at the time, I didn't think I had any agency to change it. It was like, oh, I was called here. I was called to be here. So I just got to fulfill my role and do it with the best of integrity. But can we give my younger self a bit of a shout out for like calling out what has happened with social media? Anyways, my memoir is now out, and there are a lot more details as to what happened on the Camp Rock tour. It's actually quite a serious and intense moment in the book, and I share about it all. So take a look and take a listen, and I'll see you next time.